Hello again everyone and welcome back to another unboxing video. Today we're going to be taking a look at these Diecast Masters micro metal sand play boxes. I actually looked at a couple of these on the channel about a year and a half ago now. However, I didn't obtain the entire set. I had a couple duplicates and was not able to find any more of these. But at the beginning of January this year, I came across these three sets at my local Tractor Supply on clearance. And, it's been such a challenge to find these sets for whatever reason, and I might touch on that a bit later on in the video. So we'll look at the boxes first, and really I'll only just show one because they're all the same. But the boxes look pretty much like they did the last time I looked at these. You can see on the top here, we've got a presentation of what's all available. We can see it says Micro Playset, Surprise Tools, Motion Sand, which I quite like that stuff, and Metal Construction Vehicles. Down here, another presentation of what's all available. Again, all the same stuff. But I noticed this says Chase for Special Edition, so I'm quite curious about that. Going around to the back, you can see what's all available. We've got, looks like a couple excavator sets. There's a dozer set, a wheel loader set, and then these apparently are the special editions. We've got, looks like a backhoe and a uniloader set. But, yeah, and on the bottom here, there's some other information, I think, just in regards to licensing and what have you. If you want to read any of that, pause the video. But I think with all that said, we're going to go ahead and crack into these and see what we find. Now, before I crack into these, fingers crossed, I don't have any duplicates this time. But go ahead and open up the first one here. And depending on how interesting this is, I might cut the video. I quite like the fact, I might have mentioned it before, but these have little toolboxes. Okay, good. We've got a dozer with some concrete barriers and some motion sand. So, okay, that's good. I don't have that one. Next, we've got, again, I would not mind having one of the special edition sets. Then again, I've probably already got one of them with the loader set back there. Okay, we've got duplicate excavator set. I've already got this one. So, that's a bit of a disappointment. I had a feeling that was going to happen. Hopefully this one is something different. Come on. Probably should have just cut those off. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Another excavator set. Alright, I apologize. After taking a moment to calm down, I realized that I don't actually have two duplicates here. Going back on the list of what's available, you can see that there are two excavator sets here. And basically, this set right here is exactly the same as the set that I got before. It comes with the excavator and some I-beam. But this set right here is different because if I bring in the excavator, you can see the one in that set is a bit bigger. Now, I think we still got the same I-beam sections, but, yeah, we do have a different construction vehicle, basically. So, that said, I'm just going to go ahead and set this set aside, and we will go ahead and look at these two right here once I get them out. I think we'll look at the dozer set first, and this is a Caterpillar D5GXL Bulldozer, which you can see on the cab there. And for its tiny size, this has quite a bit of detail. You can see that there's a seat and controls in the cab. We've also got other little bits of detail all around the dozer, like on the back here. You've got detail around the tracks. These unfortunately do not move, and there's no rollers underneath to make the dozer roll. But I think overall it still looks great. There is a moving blade. It'll actually move up and down, and plus there's also a pivot on the front too. So I think there's a lot of good things going for that. We've also got the exhaust, and I believe that's the air cleaner right there. And another thing is the cat graphics and everything on this are done very nicely, and that just shows quality with this. But also nice die-cast construction on the top. The bottom is plastic, but I think that's okay. The die-cast definitely gives a good feeling of weight and quality to this piece. And, I quite like the look of this dozer. But also in this set, you get 4 of these concrete barriers. And these are nicely detailed as well. They have the little spots on the bottom where you could slip some forks in to move them around. And these do somewhat connect together. It's not, I think there maybe should have been a little more definition to these, where they connect. And I can't seem to get these to go together. But, I guess that is nice to have. Okay, I think, that one actually worked right there. So, you could actually connect these together and, make a row of them or something. Although you got 3, so it's very limited. But, overall, nice little accessory pieces to have. And again, I quite like this dozer here. And up next is the excavator set, which, like I mentioned before, this is different than the one I had already. And it's referred to as a Cat 320 hydraulic excavator. You might be able to see that on the side there. And again, it's another piece that for its tiny size, it is very nicely detailed. Like the Bulldozer, the tracks on this don't move and there's no wheels underneath to make it roll or anything. But again, the details there, you can see we got the drive, we got the rollers underneath, and just overall really nice detailed tracks. But the cab, unfortunately, is completely blacked out. You can't see through it like the other excavator, although we do have a moving bucket on this excavator arm, so I don't know, you win some, you lose some, I guess. But you can see we've got other detail like the hydraulic cylinders. I think there's even some rivet details from what I'm seeing here, or those might actually be bolts on this. Going around to this side here, you can see we've got some detail around the engine area, and I'm thinking we're actually missing an exhaust here. Maybe the experts on excavators can comment about that. Around the back looks really nice, and of course we got the nice looking cat logos all around. And I noticed on the back here, I think we got a warning sticker. I'm trying to... I think that's actually legible. Give me a second, see if I can zoom in on that. And... oh yeah, that... I can actually see that. I'm not sure. I think one is saying about keeping distance from the machine when in operation. That other one might be a warning on possibly overhead wires. But yeah, that's... is there one on the other side too? Yeah, that is actually pretty impressive that they've got a tiny little warning sticker like that on this, and you can actually read it. I'm really impressed by that. But yeah, I think a lot of good things about this excavator. And of course, we've also got the little cat logo right there on the front. But also in this set, with the excavator, you got these miniature I-beams, and you got 6 of these. So that's basically the same as what we had in the other excavator set. But again, quite impressed with the excavator here in its tiny size. And just like the dozer, this is also die-cast construction pretty much on the main body. The boom and tracks are just plastic. And let's not forget that each set also comes with a bag of this motion sand, which, like I've said before, I quite like this stuff. It's just so interesting the way it is, because it's not like actual sand. And I think even this alone would probably entertain you for hours, but with it here, you can take your construction vehicles, set them up, and play with them in this, and, it's a fun time. Like I did before with these sets, I thought it'd be fun to basically make little scenes in the boxes, and with the Bulldozer set here, you can see I've got it bulldozing the sand, and I've got the barriers set up, possibly blocking access to where the dozer's working. And then with the excavator, I've got the I-beam set up like maybe it's moving them around and putting them together. And, again, that's the nice thing about these little sets is there's so much play value to them. And because I can, here are all the sets I have lined up together, and I've got a little scene going on in each of them. And, they're just fun little sets to have, and I really wish I could find the entire collection, but, it's just so hard. One, because finding a place that actually has them, and two, because these are basically blind box toys. You have no idea what you're getting until you open them. So, the chances of getting duplicates are pretty high. And that's another thing I want to bring up about these sets is just how difficult it's been to find them. Because the ones you see here, I purchased at Tractor Supply, and that's the only place I've seen that's had these. And of course, they're not available year-round. And going online hasn't been that helpful either, because eBay only nets maybe a couple listings, and any other websites which do have these in stock, they're usually overseas. And I even mentioned in the comments of my last video on these sets, I pinned a comment asking my viewers where they found them and what the prices were. And I had two people that commented. One said they were able to find these at Tractor Supply, which, go figure. But then another person was saying they've seen them at Farm and Fleet and Menards. But other than that, I haven't heard of any other places that have them. Another thing to talk about with these sets real quick is the price. And you can see on the tag here that these were $5.99 at Tractor Supply. And I think that's what I paid for the other 4 sets that I got. But I've seen online sellers which have these sets available, and they're asking between $10 to $20 a piece, if not more, for these sets, which personally I feel that's a little steep for what you actually get. Now, the 3 sets that I had in this video, I got them on clearance for $2.99. You might as well call that $3, which personally I feel like that's a pretty good deal. But you may have already noticed that with these blind box toys, if you're trying to collect an entire set and you're getting a bunch of duplicates, the cost can definitely start to add up. And I mean, just saying for the sake of arguing that these are $5.99 a piece, and I know for a fact that I've got 7 of these sets so far, you do the math. Before I wrap things up, I was looking under the workbench and I came across another one of these duplicate sets that I got in the last unboxing that I did on these. You can see there's the $5.99 price tag and the sets which were available. But considering I got another duplicate set in this unboxing and I really don't have a use for this, I think I'm going to do something I haven't done for a while and offer this up to one lucky viewer and have a giveaway. Which, if you're interested in entering, basically all you have to do is leave a comment on this video with the word digger in it. And I'll probably give it about a month after upload and then use YouTube random comment picker to determine a winner. But if you're interested in entering, I'll have a pinned comment down below with detailed instructions on how to enter. And I think that's basically going to be it for this video. As was the case last time, I can still highly recommend these Diecast Master micro sets, especially if you can find them at the right price. They're cute little sets with big appeal, and I really like them, hoping at some point that I can get my hands on the entire collection. And maybe if you're someone watching the video, you can leave a comment if you've had any experience with these sets and where you found them and how much you paid. But anyways, that is going to be it for this video. I want to thank everyone for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe. Check out my other pages, links in the description. And I will hopefully catch you in another video very soon.